What is up, everybody? Kick back, relax, grab some snacks. We're back in the lounge with a blog this time. I am not the first person to read this blog. However, I will be giving my first impressions on it. We have the Toxic Rumble blog. It is indeed Zombies Month, as you can see here. We have Chelsea Green, and we have Brett, whatever you'd like to call him. I think I'm going to mistake him for Ozzy Osbourne pretty much all month. But it is Chelsea Green and Bret Hart. By this point in time, I'm sure Professor's videos on the first impressions of these characters has already been released. So if you would like to catch some gameplay of them, feel free to check that out. The Toxic Rumble. I'm not going to bother reading every single word here. I'm just going to do my own reaction to everything that we see here in the blog. So in regards to this, we get brand new Chelsea Green, Bret Hart, and Bayley. You'll see Bayley is right here, the out of control character. That is the third one that is on the hit list, including a 6-star gold Zombie Gunther in the collection contest. And it even mentions, don't rest too long, there are more new zombies on their way. So I will say, well, we can stick right here with the posters that we have, but I'd like to address, I guess, just what I think initially. So first off, we get 3 characters that we get to see on the surface. Chelsea's the freebie, Bret is the 2K, Bayley is the 3K. We don't get to see the 5K superstar anymore, at least for this particular month. I am not a fan of that. I know some players really like the surprise and the suspense and all that. I'm not one of them. I mean, if that's your, deal, cool. I think it's really dumb, personally, to kind of half, do it. It seems really awkward. It's like, hey, here you go. Here's, what you have to look forward to. And if you do check out Professor's videos, you'll see they're actually not bad characters. Zombies are pretty much typically very good, very strong characters. But it's a real bummer to not know what else is left in the month, if I'm being real transparent. I do like the fact that everybody in the game is getting Zombie Gunther. I think that's awesome. I remember making a comment on it last year when they were doing their whole 30-60 combos with Zombie Cody being, I think it's the purple and Silence, and Damian Priest being the red and Blast. They are very, not strict, but very consistent, if nothing else, when it comes to the class and gem type combo. You'll notice even dating back to the Hall of Fame Gold characters, to Macho and Nash and Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they all have built-in 90% defenses against certain characters, and that is against the class that they are supposed to have a class advantage on. So for example, Hall of Fame Triple H is a powerhouse. Powerhouse has class advantage against an acrobat. The acrobat is the multi-gem class. Therefore, Hall of Fame Triple H has a counter of 90% defense against multiply gems. Things along those lines are very consistent. Last year, they had the red and Blast, the purple and Silence, so I figured the blue and multi was going to be the go-to, and that was, I think, definitely the best coach that they had that month. That actually follows through this month. I'm not a big fan on waiting to release the different color of the same trainer and coach if it takes a long time. If you're going to do it, just do it immediately. When they came out with the double MP trainers, it was Roxanne, it was Braun, it was Mello. That was all in the same month. Don't wait, 3 months, 8 months to come out with the same exact entourage ability, but a different color. That is what's actually happening here. I'm going to skip past a lot of this just to show you what I'm talking about. The coach for Chelsea Green is 30% green gem damage as well as 60% multiply gem damage. It's identical to Gunther, but it's a different color. Brett also has one of these 30 and 60s. Bailey also has one of these 30 and 60s. The 60 on all of them is always multiply gem damage, and the only thing that is different is the color of the gem. So while I am very happy that these characters are going to have some very strong entourage abilities, I am very let down that it has taken a full calendar year for it to make a comeback. Now, moving forward, the brand new Undead Chelsea Green is the freebie. The Bret Hart, like I was mentioning, is the A tier 2K shard character, and Bailey Out of Control is the 3K striker character. So Bailey's a striker, Bret is a showboat, Chelsea's a powerhouse. I'm very looking forward to Chelsea being a powerhouse. I'm very looking forward to Bailey being a striker. Female powerhouse and female striker outside of Naomi are two of the weakest classes in the game at this point in time, as well as the meta. I am not thrilled with the fact that Bret is a modern showboat. That is stinky. That is really, really stinky. We have plenty of showboats that are great. We just had a 5K chase that was a modern showboat who is pretty good in solo Sokoa. We just got Kofi Kingston, Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo, who is a fantastic showboat. Getting more showboats to try and be in the mix as a male, let alone a modern male, is very blah, to put it kindly. That being said, you get the typical stuff to start off with. Your victory tours, your shards, your 2-star gold for free if you log in for 4 days, your jumpstart packs. Professor's going to be doing a giveaway for a jumpstart pack as well, like he typically does. And you'll notice it says here, 3 more Undead Superstars await you this month. And it says the S plus tier zombie superstar will be revealed in loot for the weekend 2. So that is weekend 2. Our S plus zombie superstar will be revealed in loot. I'm very confused by this, especially when you go, when you go further on into the blog. You'll realize that I believe it's weekend 4 that there are shards for the character. So I guess they're making the character available weekend 2 loot only, but there's no shards of him and then, or her. And then they're just making them available weekend 4. So it's very odd to me. They talk about some improvement here. It mentions that the S tier shards are going to be distributed in the main contests, and the A tier are going to be distributed primarily through the MLC and midweek contests. And then it mentions 2 more surprise S plus tier zombies will be revealed later in the month. So there's going to be 3 S plus tier zombies that we get this month. I am not thrilled with that idea. The S plus tier character is typically very difficult to obtain for most people. There is now 3 of them. Zombies is typically a very expensive month. That is not ideal for most players. And when you look into this blog, you'll realize they only discuss one of them, which is why this says 2 more surprises. I'm not huge on that outlook. Again, the ambiguity and the tee-hee-hee, we have a surprise type of approach is not something I'm a fan of. I would like to know what's going on. I would like to have some information to be able to plan accordingly. I'd like to know if they have a solid trainer, a solid coach, if they're a good fighter, if they're a male, if they're a female, what class, what era they're going to be. I'm not going to be thrilled if there's another male showboat modern era S plus tier zombie down the road. It's definitely not the most positive outlook from me when it comes to surprise. This game already has enough whoopsies mechanics in it that it doesn't need more surprises. That being said, it says they will be distributed within single events to help give a better picture of where to find all the shards. That was what I was mentioning before. Weekend 4 is the one event that you're going to be able to get the character shards or possibly out of the loot for the non-surprise S plus tier zombie. And we don't really have any info on the surprise ones. There's going to be weekly zombie throwback bonus events with extra tours on Monday and Tuesday utilizing previous zombie superstars such as the old ones that we've had before this year. More rewards with the zombies. Blitz to the Extreme is going to be back with Extreme Rules tours throughout the week, and the Blitzing Point Blitz will now run Wednesday to Friday. So I guess instead of the Blitz being Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be Wednesday to Friday, and now the Extreme Rules tours, instead of being only on Wednesday and Thursday, look like they're going to be throughout the entire week. That doesn't bother me. Tours are tours, blitzes are blitzes. Content is content. You know what I mean? It's no big deal. It says that the tickets can be earned through the Extreme Rules tours from Monday and Tuesday. And then it mentions the contest now includes big points for spending elite loot coins, and all task points for collecting shards have been increased. I've noticed myself that once you kind of hit the 430,000 milestone on the Super Shard contest, that you're pretty much done. You're not getting anywhere near further milestones unless you are a massive spender and getting big time dupes for a lot of the MLC characters, which there's no point to be spending for dupes of the character when you already have it. Back down to here, Journeys to Success, how to get the new superstars this month. Again, Chelsea Green is the 30% green gem coach. That should be pretty easy to remember. You can get her 20 shards for the 2-star gold. Pretty consecutive stuff here. Jumpstart packs, nothing new there. And then this will show you where to get Brett and Bailey. I'm not really going to focus too much on the exact details down here, but I did want to go over this. Brett is the purple gem damage coach. These are all coaches. And Bailey is the red gem damage coach. So we have now a blue and multi, a green and multi, a purple and multi, and a red and multi. So that is what we are dealing with here. Brett's shards are pretty self-explanatory. You get about half of his character through the Blitzing Point and tours, as well as the faction contest. Mentions free claims in the shop at champs.com. I never really know what this is. I definitely don't think that there's 400 plus for free. That's just me. Maybe I'm just an oddball for thinking that. 405 in the Master Manager and the 24-hour kickoff for some additional premium shards. The 24-hour kickoff, we all know at this point, is only if you purchase a starter pack and have Chelsea Green in particular for this month to get some bonus shards. Very self-explanatory in regards to where all of his shards are from midweek 1 all the way down to weekend 5. Numbers are numbers. You don't need me to read all that. And then a little bit in the snap cards. The total, you should be able to get them for free. If you can't, for whatever reason, there's another 1,500 plus in the premium. That totals up to over 2 times the amount of shards that you could possibly need for this guy. There is no reason that you shouldn't be able to walk away with Bret Hart. Now, Bailey Out of Control is the S tier character. She's the 3K. Again, it mentions free claims in the shops. 100 plus makes it seem like it's just RNG. I don't know. The Superstar Collection tour, I'm guessing, is those new tours they're talking about with having certain zombies. Standard MLC events, this is a lot of shards. This is 1,300 in just doing your regular stuff. And then again, there is the freebie section, the paid section. It is mentioning that you will get just a little bit over halfway there to Bailey for free. And again, there's more than enough if you want to make it up in the premium to get her if you want to commit a little bit of spending. And then it mentions what I was talking about earlier, the S Plus Superstar in the Weekend 2 loot debut. That's it. It's very weird. I guess they're just going to make a debut in the loot weekend 2. And then weekend 4 is going to be when there's a bunch of shards for free and even more for premium. This character looks pricey. to put it kindly. I have no idea what they're going to do. I have no intel on any of this. It even mentions shards can also be found in the loot, the leaderboards, and web shop events. So I don't even know what to say about this. This is something that I am not very thrilled with. I don't like the idea that there is so much ambiguity and so much, I don't know, man. This just feels like silence. This just feels like a lot of silence compared to the amount of information that we've been giving for the past, I don't even know how many months since Final Boss Rock Month, with 6-star gold being a new thing. This is a very tough sell for anyone that's trying to chase zombies. But that's enough of that. Moving forward to the Super Shard contest and the loot. Very straightforward. Collect your shards of the zombies, you get your tokens, you get your loot coins, you get your loot coins for guaranteed 6-star gold superstars. Very straightforward. Kickoff contest again. You need to talent up Chelsea Green, need to spend loot coins, you can get max milestone of 3 mil. Again, get your starter pack of Chelsea Green. You will get up to 100 Bret Hart shards and 2,000 MLC prize wall. I mean, MLC prize wall is what it is at this point. A couple of Bret shards doesn't seem to be all that necessary. So if you can't, go ape, so to speak, on getting a starter pack, nothing that you're really missing out on. Some ultimate straps with up to 100% gem damage on the leaderboard. Those are fine. Nothing that you're losing sleep over. This, to me, is where the win is for a lot of people. Like I was mentioning at the beginning of this read, Zombie Gunther, absolutely the top-notch coach from last year. He is going to essentially be given out for free. This is just like the Ozzy Osbourne month. This is identical to the Rosie month that we just had in regards to the contest. I don't know exactly how difficult it's going to be to get the 6-star gold for everybody, but it should be obtainable to at least get a 4 bronze, if not a 5 or 6, without needing to move him up anywhere other than just clicking a fuse button. So it looks to be pretty awesome for just about everyone across the board in regards to that. It also mentions that we get a chance at this titles chest again. Boo, no drip plate, boo. The Timeless style has shown up in the chest, which is very cool. The Tiffy plate, Chelsea Green plate, Eyes of Judgment, some very good plates all around in there. And it mentions find your cases, your blitzes, your midweeks, very standard stuff. Get your their radioactive signs this month. They were, tribal chains last month. It's all the same stuff. You get coins, you get TP, you get tokens, you get 10 superstar chests with a chance at new characters and shards. And then it tells you how you can progress in the contest. You get your blitzes, you get your collection case in the midweek contest. You find your signs during the weekend events. It's very straightforward and very stereotypical in regards to how that contest works. Earn your rewards, play your weekly contests and competitions throughout the month. So here, let's try and fit all this on one page. I guess there's too much. So you can earn your MLC rewards during the dedicated contest. The month-long midweek prize wall shines with various reward highlights. We are getting the month-long midweek prize wall again with titles, with moments, with gears, and ultimate straps. So I don't know what the difference between titles and straps are, because I thought they were the same thing, but maybe that's just me. Who knows? Find shards of previous MLC chases in the contest throughout the month. This is very rewarding for a lot of players. I know there's a lot of folks who are very close, for example, to Solo Sikoa or Jacob Fatu, to Maxime Dupree, Ilya, things like that. This line item to me is probably the most significant one, because typically in Zombies Month, they don't like to do anything that is non-zombie related. So I'm very hopeful that a lot of players out there will be able to continue recruiting those characters that they have chased so very hard after. The feud prep talent up, very stereotypical, gives you feud perks. Feud perks, 200% purple, 200% leech, no nerfs for MP or Gen. You get your premium medallions in the solo contest, getting your solo loot coins again for the gold loot. Superstar poster, MLC, Superstar shards, and the General's Hand skill plate. So you got a little bit of things that you could chase after there. The month-long collection contest, again, gets you your guaranteed poster of Zombie Gunther, as well as to be able to just get your stereotypical prize wall medallions for the month. It mentions here that it'll reset weekly. This past month it didn't, so I'm hopeful that now it will. And then it tells you that there is the weekly Chelsea Green Tour with the 5-star medallions. This past month it was the 100% gem damage for modern tech with a Heart of Jade skill plate, and I believe that this is what it is telling you here, that it'll be a General's Hand skill plate, and probably a Chelsea Green strap, which would be modern powerhouse female. 100% gem damage. Again, that's all just an assumption. There's no guarantee. Key pulls, you get 55 key pulls. Stereotypical stuff, standard. I'm not a fan of this. Ever since they added the 20 shards in, the 20 shards absolutely is horrible. It is a horrendous addition that they added to the game. If they kept the 20,000 shards that they had as the only thing in the very rare section, I think a lot of people would be much better off with their shard issues instead of trying to find a way to add shards into Flash Feud like they did this past weekend, which was nice and appreciated. Even that needs a little bit of a tune-up. This is very not rare. This is very stinky, as long as it has 20 shards. The kickoff store bonus rewards. This is essentially just telling you if you want to get a starter pack, get a starter pack, and if you want half off prize wall, then get the pro starter pack to get yourself, I believe it is a 4-star silver Chelsea Green. I don't know why this is showing a 6-star bronze, unless that is, I guess, maybe the portal. I think if you spend enough money, you get a 6-star bronze full of the freebie character. It's a hard sell, especially for me. The event schedule below are planned are the contests for the beginning of this month and next month. And if you notice that right, you will notice that this indeed is going into November. This is a 5-week contest. I should have went over that with the Brett shard breakdown. I believe it shows the 5-week contest, but regardless, the MLC starts at the typical start time. Everything else goes live half an hour afterwards. Victory Tours, faction competition, the Blitz, and a 24-hour showdown tournament and tour. So this will be very similar to what we've had every month. This will essentially be replacing our Rosie event. This mentions that it requires Zombie Gunther, Zombie Chelsea, and Zombie Balor. The silence is loud. You have your kickoff, Master Manager, midweek, and I will mainly just stick to the weekends here. So weekend 1, Showdown Showcase. Weekend 2, 20-hour feud. Weekend 3, Showdown Showcase. Weekend 4, Flash Feuds. And weekend 5 is the faction boss. The finale Blitz is after weekend 4, which is very curious to me. And then there's a finale contest, which is going to happen on the 4th of November, which is the Monday after. And there's a Halloween contest. So I have a feeling that there's going to be something with those hidden S+ tier superstar characters, those surprise ones, probably somewhere in there. Again, I have no information. The Chelsea Green Evo tokens, very stereotypical, very standard, very consistent. The chart is completely unnecessary. The blog is live at this point. You can definitely read that if you need to. The limited time tours and feud contest superstars. This is also just a tiny little prep in regards to the tours that we're going to have all month. All Rise, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, Recurring Nightmare, and Seth Rollins, the Undisputed Fiend. These are all the zombie versions of these characters. So Zombie Priest, Zombie Rhea, and yes indeed, Zombie Seth. huge shout out to Dear You. If you know, you know. These are the weekly contest superstars. These are all the zombies. Priest, Dragon, Sammy, Rock, Mankind, Usos, Rhea, Liv, Becky, Austin, Cody, Orton, Seth, Hogan, and Shawn Michaels. Those are your zombie characters that you will need. It will tell you the CSS back on week 2, still to be decided, and the loot. There's a loot. So, all in all, very long blog, very interesting stuff. I'm happy that we're still going to be able to get a chance to get old MLC characters in the form of shards for them. Very hopeful for a lot of people there. I think it's interesting that there's going to be a General's Hand skill plate that some players might have a chance to get. I am not thrilled at all with the Tee surprises of multiple S+ tier characters that just so happen to be zombies. Everybody loves zombies in this game. Everybody tries to walk away with all of them, and typically they will be getting gears or moments or things along those lines in Spring Outbreak, which is what they like to try and do. So the idea that there is not one, not two, but 3 5K shard recruit zombies this month, that's a lot. That is a lot to deal with. But I will end on a positive note and say that I am thrilled. And I will move back up to it. Not that part, not that part, not that part, but this part. I am thrilled that the game as a whole, if you play this month, gets Zombie freaking Gunther for free. Just play the game. I will guarantee if you just play the game, you can get this guy. He is a great coach. He is a very solid fighter. I think this is a wonderful addition to just about anyone's roster from any level. Whether you're a brand new player that started playing a couple months ago, provided you're in the league, I guess, to get this. I don't know what the exact requirements are. Or if you're, 10 mil plus roster account or 15 mil or whatever the number is nowadays, Zombie Gunther is a great addition to every single roster out there. So that's it. This went a bit longer than I had hoped, but I am looking forward to this Zombies month. There's definitely some things that I'm not thrilled about. There's definitely some things that I am looking forward to. The strength of these characters are pretty darn good. If, again, you haven't already, make sure to check out Professor G's videos on them. They are already out there and live. So I appreciate you all for kicking back, for relaxing, for enjoying those snacks. And that'll be it for this blog read. If you all don't mind, please do me a favor and drop a like and mainly a subscribe. The climb to becoming an official content creator has indeed begun. You will notice as time goes on, I'm going to be adding a couple more things here and there to make the experience a little bit more enjoyable for you as viewers. But until then, I'm rocking with what I got. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I hope that you all enjoyed the reaction to this blog and the first impressions that we had. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day and look forward to the month of October and our lovely game, WWE Champions. Have a good one, everybody.